Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, what is up? The King of Lightning here today. Nanatsu no Taizai episode 14 review. Whoa. The episode is very simple, but it is surprising to a certain extent. I'm not gonna lie to you. It was pretty funny seeing at the end, like the end moments, where you have Gowther, who is not the armor flesh thing, but it's the kid with the green hair who now has like pinkish hair. Well, that was some kind of seal who, given the context of what he said, isn't human. And you have, like, King Bon Meliodas. Like, Meliodas is like, hey. King's like, and Bon's like, no fucking way. I don't believe it. I was like, dude, this is funny. It was funny, man. So the main thing here is that Gowther is the kid, according to what the kid said. And then, I mean, he had the power to prove it. The freaking dude, like, this guy had a super arrow, like, charged up, like, yeah, like, Legolas OD, fired, and then caught. I got shit on lock, alright? I read books, but I'm strong as all fuck. So, my biggest question now is, what the hell is that thing in the armor? Like, what is that? Because what we saw, I think, was the heart, but it wasn't like it wasn't in the center, nor was it towards the left, it was towards the right. So I'm thinking, well, so maybe it's not the heart, maybe it's like some kind of like weird fleshy mass. I'm not too sure what's going on there, I'm really not. And then furthermore, the armor the entire time was always saying like Gowther, or Japanese Gowther scared, Gowther book. And so I'm thinking, either it's like some type of creature that the actual Gowther created for some reason, or saved from like some type of like wood area. I don't know, like some type of entity that he found or that he created, or it's a part of his powers. Which at this point in time, I'm not too sure because we just realized that this person is Gowther. So it's fascinating. And now, at this point in time, there's only 2 members of the 7 Deadly Sins left to be seen. You have Merlin, the chick Merlin, and then you have, I forgot what his name was. But either way, you got these, because, again, we can assume at this point, well, actually, maybe, now I think about it, the armor may be Gowther's sacred treasure or sacred weapon. Maybe, I don't know. I mean, from my understanding, these sacred treasures were supposed to be like holy. This fleshy armor mass looks the furthest thing from holy. It looks demonic. So, I mean, this thing, there's just a random rabbit like running around, boom, squash. I'm like, jeez. But then at the same time, the birds were around it and they're looking all happy, like it was straight out of Bambi, like a fucking Disney movie. I'm like, damn, all right, like the birds and shit, chirp, 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 like, oh, I need some theme song. Like, that's all you needed, and this shit would have been like straight out of Disney, DreamWorks. But once you switch a rabbit and you see blood, all of a sudden, no. See, now you've gone too far. So, we have a lot of questions when it pertains to, at least I do, when it pertains to Gowther. I mean, I'm pretty sure the manga cats know a lot more than I do, but it's fascinating. And how beforehand, when you have Gowther talking to Elizabeth and Hawk, meaning Elizabeth, and trying to find something close to a friend or something close to a lover, basically he's lacking some degree of emotions and he's trying to find that degree of emotions, and I guess through books. So a lot of things we're trying to realize here, and it's fascinating, and that's like the main meat of this episode, just the characterization, the character plot twist, if you would, of Gowther. And then you have story wise where first of all we're getting some things here about Gila, and Gila at first seemed like a decent chick. I mean, well, I can't say that. At first, she seemed really fucked up. Okay, like she was nonchalant about fighting and killing. Not a big deal. I mean, she's a holy knight. It's to be expected. Then we find out that she's consumed demon blood. Okay, now she's kind of fucked up. But then she has like a little brother who is a good kid, and she's trying to be like a good sister. and apparently they have a grandma. I don't know where mom and dad are, but she is pretty much taking care of the household. Well, maybe she's supplying them money or income of some kind, and like grandma and like little bro live there by themselves with her when she pops in once in a while, when she's off duty. So that was interesting, and it made it seem like she's, you know, still normal, still human to a certain degree. And then the dudes that threw the rock in the window and they planned to set the house on fire, well, before they could, she came in the middle of the damn alleyway on some like gory Batman shit, and then slice, and then wiping the blood off her arm. I'm like, okay, well now back the fuck up. So the whole thing with Gila was interesting because I mean, like the main thing here is that she's justified in her actions somewhat because she has someone that she has to protect. Jericho, at this point in time, no. Jericho, because Bond did what he did, she's now on some, like, revenge type of shit. But Gila is now somewhat justifiable. Hellbrand is still Hellbrand, he's still doing his thing. Now, we have Meliodas Company, they're in this town, and they're hunting, and they wind up hearing, as they're hunting, they wind up hearing, like, this growl, and they go to the ground, and that's when they see these guys. What do they call? The Dawn something. The Dawn something group. And apparently these guys are holy knights, okay? And they're like A-class holy knights, whatever they're called. And they're like assassins, pretty much. Like they go around just for the sake of killing. And one of these dudes had an obnoxiously long sword. I was like, bro, like why is your sword so... Literally, the screen could not fit his sword. And I'm like, bro... Are you serious right now? Like, why are you like 5'2" and your sword's like 15 feet, bro? This giant ass katana. I'm like, get the fuck out of me right now. Like, this is a hardcore group, and you can kind of see like the group is hardcore. Like King was turning one of his guys into stone, and then the dude who's turning to stone, he called the guy with the katana's name. The guy cut off his arm immediately, had no hesitation, zero. And I'm like, that's a hardcore group. But why is your sword so fucking long? Like, seriously, bro? Like, are you... Like, he's compensating heavy for something. Whether it's his height or it's his utensil. He's compensating heavy, you know? Like those dudes that want to carry around guns and shit. Everywhere they go. Because there is open carry laws. Bro, you're compensating for something. That's obvious. So... unnecessary. Simply put, unnecessary. And the next episode looks like it's going to be just mainly Meliodas and his boys plus Gowther against these guys, the Dawn Brigade, whatever they're called. And I'm not too sure if he's going to join Meliodas and his company immediately, but since he just met Elizabeth before he actually was engaged in combat against the Dawn Brigade, whatever they're called, then he actually may join their group and their cause. Again, I'm not too sure. I mean, Meliodas is his former captain. So again, we'll have to wait and see how it rolls. And that's pretty much it. So overall, the animation, I thought was pretty damn good, as always. We have pretty good pacing, I would say so. In fact, I'll probably say it's on the fast side. I really believe that. Because you have a lot of events occurring once all the dialogue is done between Gowther and the big thing, the armor flesh mask thingy, which again, at this point in time, we have no idea what it is. But still, they did cover some stuff with Gila, with Gowther, and then the flesh mask thing, and then back to Elizabeth and Diane, and then what they're doing, and you know, so on and so forth. So overall, they covered a lot in 25 or 22 minutes, whatever it is. And finally, when it comes to characterization, I already mentioned that, and story-wise, I already mentioned that as well. So that's it, we're done. Episode overall is going to be a good plus to great, and I will see you guys later. Rate the video, comment, subscribe. Have a nice one.